Hey, what up? This 415 Boxing back with another video. You can see Keith Thurman in the background. Want to go in on Keith Thurman a little bit about his next fight and what may be coming up in the future for Keith Thurman. Obviously, in his last fight, he fought Sean Porter in a good rough and tugged welterweight matchup. Um, I can't deny it. I wasn't disappointed. I don't think if you're truly or a boxer fan, you were disappointed either because both fighters brought it that night. I just thought Keith Thurman landed the more clearer shots, the more harder shots, and for whatever reason, I thought he went harder in the last two rounds. I didn't think Sean Porter went as hard as he needed to go in the last two rounds versus Keith Thurman, and maybe that cost him the match. But it was a close fight. Some people even think it was a draw. Me personally, I thought Keith Thurman eked it out by 2 rounds, 115, 113, 7 rounds to 5. Now, Keith Thurman has a matchup with Danny Garcia. Um, you know, a lot of people are giving Keith Thurman props for taking this fight. I guess I give him a little props, but at the same time, man, all the top-notch welterweights, for whatever reasons, are lining up to fight Danny Garcia. They all want a piece of him, and obviously that's because I think these top-notch welterweights, they consider him to be the weakest out of all, excuse me, out of all the champions. So I'm not really too surprised that this fight is happening. Keith Thurman has been calling out Danny Garcia for a long time now. Um, Listen, I guess I could say I could give Danny Garcia some props too for taking the fight, considering he's been living in Bumsville for the past 2 or 3 years, 2.5 years, a year and a half, or whatever you want to say. But I think Keith Thurman should win this fight. I'm not gonna break down the fight because I didn't make this video to be too long, but I do think Keith Thurman will win that fight. But the thing for me is, after that fight, if Keith Thurman should so happen to win, what is he gonna do after that? All right. Listen, I understand the Porter fight was a very good fight, but I don't necessarily want to see that. Now, if it happened, I wouldn't be mad. But to me, the logical opponent, the next best opponent is Errol Spence, man. You know, Keith Thurman don't deserve no pass at all. Okay? Now, Keith Thurman, he fights, then he goes into hiding. He fights, and then he goes into hiding. You know what I'm saying? He'll call out certain fighters, but but at the same time, he's just like every other welterweight. He don't call out Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence be talking a lot of shit. You saw what he tweeted when Keith Thurman fought Luis Collazo when Keith Thurman got hurt by the body shot. What did Errol Spence say? I'll murk them ribs. You know what I'm saying? And Keith Thurman got hurt to the body versus Sean Porter. Now, don't get me wrong. Keith Thurman does have the necessary skill to possibly beat Errol Spence, but him and just like the other welterweights, they're not acting like it. They all seem awfully afraid. You know what I mean? He gets no passes. You know what I'm saying? It's time to step up your game. I guess you could say he's stepping it up by fighting Danny Garcia, and he just got off a fight with Sean Porter. But for me, you seem like the logical opponent to fight Errol Spence, man. So to me, it's like it's your destiny, because Kell Brook isn't going to do it. Anyway, man, shout out to the people making vids. Hope everybody has a good rest of the day. Peace.